Okay, busy day, got a lot done. Sorted through some stuff. I have one of those bins full in my pickup, so I'm going to list that. So I decided that I'm going to probably do a bin a day. So I'm going to go through my storage unit, fill up a bin, list it that day, that night, put a top on it, letter it, and put it back in storage. This way, when something sells, I'll just pull the order, take it home. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but got to do what you have to do, right? So I can make excuses or I can make things happen. So for now, this is the way it's going to go, and it should work out well. So, I was thinking about how to tackle such a big project, right? Like a storage unit full of stuff to list, right? Right now, my eBay store is, again, I don't even have a store, but my eBay account is like a joke. There's very, very little on there. So basically, I'm starting from scratch. And I wanted to do this on YouTube to kind of do it with you. If you're a new reseller, if you're starting out from nothing, or if you're a huge reseller but you only have one niche, kind of watching what I resell and me watching what you resell, we kind of learn from each other, and then we maximize our growth, right? So I have a bin, I'll be listing it, and that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to try to do a daily YouTube video of, all right, hey, this is what I found in my storage unit. I'll show you. I'll tell you what I think it's going to go for. I'll list it. And then slowly, as that starts snowballing, like once the listings start racking up, the sales will start coming in. And then we'll see what things really sold for. So it'll be fun to watch the whole process of the growth of my eBay page. And I'm excited. At the lake right now, my wife and son went back to New York. She's originally from Long Island. I live in New Jersey. So, long story short, I moved to Long Island for a little while. I was going to actually do cleanouts. Like where I started my whole reselling thing was in the cleanout business. My family owns, my dad owns one of the largest cleanout companies in New Jersey. And how I learned about reselling is people used to pay him to clean out houses, and then he used to get all this amazing stuff, so he started reselling it. Later on, it opened up an antique store, and still has it to this day. This is like 20 plus years later, and he's super successful. You're talking about a man that started from nothing. I remember when he pulled up to my house with a new, not even new, like a used van, and he's like, this is what I'm going to use to, do clean outs, and then I'll resell the stuff that I find. Years later, now he's kind of slowed down a little bit, but at one point he had like 30 plus employees, dumpsters and trucks, and a multi-million-dollar business. So this is where I get my hustle, my entrepreneurship from. Thankful to him for that. Hopefully you have mentors in your life. I have many mentors, many. And everybody kind of plays their own certain part. So there'll be a financial type mentor. There'll be a spiritual type mentor, a motivational kind of mentor, right? So, it's good for you to kind of reach out and find these kind of mentors, even if they're through video or, friends, or just meeting people through groups or events, whatever niche you're in. It's just good. It's good. It's good to have people that you learn from. So, what you do is you kind of watch people's stories and you take a little bit from there, and then you put it into your own life and kind of, mold it into how you want to do things, doing it your way. Because that's what we're doing here, right? As a reseller or entrepreneur or whatever you do, if you are your own boss, you are creating your own money. There's nobody giving you a paycheck. It's a beautiful thing to learn from other people and to kind of really create your own thing, and I'm thankful that, through reselling, I have this opportunity. So anyway, at the lake, and this is a big deal, this lake, because, me growing up as a child, I didn't have this kind of stuff. I came from a broken home. My parents were divorced, so it was a tough childhood. So bringing my son here and being able to pay to belong to this lake, because this lake is kind of fancy, right? It's only like select wealthier towns around where I live. I'll get into all of that one day. But anyway, gonna go maybe take a swim, enjoy a little time to myself, have my earpods here, gonna tune into some motivational stuff. Like I said, always learning through not books as much. I used to like books, but more like I just like real. So I like watching videos of interviews with successful people, or spiritual people, or resellers, whatever it is, just to just keep learning. So I'm gonna take a moment and enjoy this beautiful summer day, and then probably go grab my dog and come back here, because all the way back there's a beautiful open park area. I'll take a little video just to show you what it looks like, what the water looks like, but it's really nice. And again, super thankful that I was able to create this kind of lifestyle for my son and for myself, right? So I'm kind of, the amazing thing is we kind of go back, when we have kids, we kind of go back to our childhood, like in a weird way, right? It's kind of like you're reliving your youth, and mine wasn't so great, so I'm trying to do it right, and I'm trying to fix what was wrong, and in the process of my son getting to enjoy all this stuff that I didn't have, I am now reliving that and enjoying it myself. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying, and every day's a new day to relive whatever you wanted to do, or whatever you couldn't do as a child or later on in life. It's a new day. Here's an opportunity. Watch my videos, watch other resellers, watch other entrepreneurs. You got your Gary V's, you got your Tony Robbins, you got all your Eric Thomas, amazing motivational speaker. TD Jakes, unbelievable people that you could kind of bring into your life and learn from. So anyway, hope everyone has a great day. Hope you're doing well. Hope sales are good. I will show you some video of here, and then I am possibly picking something up later that I found on Facebook Marketplace, a vintage credenza, mid-century modern. So I am waiting for the reply for the email. So as soon as I get done here, I'll go grab that. So, keeping the day productive. Okay, I had to cut that swim really short because the lady reached back and said she's going to meet me now for this dresser that I'm picking up. So don't want to miss out on that. Pretty good deal. We made a deal for $40 as is. The top needs some refinishing, which is fine. It's still worth probably $200 to $300-ish. So it's not too far. I'm going to go grab that. It's actually in upstate New York, but I live very close to the border. So roughly 20 minutes. So it was okay. Cooled off a little bit, and now back to work. Okay, just picked this up, super heavy. I tilted it. So what I do is I use leverage. It was here. I stood it up, leaned it against here. This is why this door on the cap is so important. So I leaned it in and pushed it in. Pretty nice piece upside down, so you're not going to be able to see it too well, but cool legs. Very cool. These doors open, nice burl. Very cool. So I ordinarily don't get this fancy, but I got one of these cloud, I'm not sure what this is, like a shot of espresso in this cloud stuff. It's like creamy. It looks so good. I made the mistake and got the hot one last time, so it wasn't, I don't think it's gonna be as good. I haven't tried this yet, but it looks really good. This is cocoa. So a shot of espresso and some milky stuff on top. Figured I deserved it. Every now and then I get fancy, but ordinarily just plain coffee. unbelievable. It tastes so good. It's like eggy, kind of like, I don't know, I love eggnog. So like anything with that kind of like texture and taste, and then a nice little caffeine kick, really good. More like a milkshake than a coffee, but very good. So as I'm enjoying my Starbucks, just had an offer come through on eBay. Now before this whole like YouTube thing that I wanted to start doing, where I just started basically from no items listed, because I only have very few, to daily listing and seeing what it brings, right? Like how the process goes, what the sell-through rate is, and everything else, right? So I listed a couple things last week. I sold an accordion for like $5.50. I'll post a picture now. And then I just sold a scarf. It's a Hermes scarf. And again, this was just in one of my boxes that's been there for months and probably months. And I just pulled out a few things and listed them. So the accordion, like high ticket stuff I listed, right? Because I just wanted to kind of move a little money. So the accordion sold $5.50 plus shipping. And just received an offer for the scarf for $2.75. I was asking $3.50, $2.75 plus shipping. Sold. I'm going to accept the offer and just keep it moving, because I have plenty more where that came from. So, you know, there's a quick little example of you list, you'll sell. How many of you resellers have dogs? Comment below. Let me know what kind of dog you have. I absolutely adore my dog. Love animals. Just sitting outside with her. Beautiful night here. This is all she has at the moment, a little patch of grass. I live in a townhouse development, so look at this funky car, by the way. One of my neighbors like deals with old cars, buys and sells. He gets the coolest cars come in this lot. But you know, we all have our whys, right? Why we do things, why we work so hard, why we hustle. And my dog is definitely one of the reasons. I promised myself I will give her a yard at some point. And she's going to get that really soon. Right, Stella? So I'm not sure what I just unboxed. So I've been listing all the stuff that was in that bin that I brought home to start my listing process. This was on the front. Maybe you'll remember from the last video, I thought it was a CB, so it was in here in the box, wrapped up like this. So then I opened it up, and then I find a whole bunch of other stuff in here. I mean, this is funny. Two-way radio everyone could use. Look at that for the car. In original box with paperwork. Looks like two of them. And then some other stuff, maybe. Okay, so this CB is probably actually this. So that was a nice little bonus prize. I have no idea what is going on. These are probably brackets for the CBs or something. So this is a nice little surprise package. Doing really well. Almost done listing the whole bin. So, you know, day one of the bins. Found this vintage paper in here. Love looking through these. So Channel used to be like a home improvement store around here in Jersey. Not sure if you had one by you, but love looking at the pricing and stuff, especially real estate. I think this is the sports section. Reggie Jackson. So cool. I don't collect much, but like I really like vintage, like old newspapers and black and white photos. That's my thing. I don't collect it, but I definitely kind of stop and enjoy it for a moment before I go ahead and sell it. All right, some of this video was taken yesterday, but this is the bin that I took from my storage unit. no particular order, just threw a bunch of stuff in a bin. So that's going to be my daily plan, my daily routine. I'm going to just throw a bunch of things in a bin, bring it home, list it, and bring it back. So this way I know what bin it's in, so I'll mark it. You know, unfortunately, this is the way I'm going to have to do it because I live in a townhouse, so I don't have much room. So I'm just going to have to take it home, list it, and bring it back. So we have some vintage hats, like a mid-century modern light fixture. This is nice. Airplane, like frosted glass, chrome. It's actually a lamp. Some CBs. Have a vintage bag in there. So some cool stuff, right? So this has all been listed. Now, I listed this hat last night, and it sold almost immediately. So this I'm gonna separate and ship this. So 25 bucks plus shipping. And then I sold this, I listed the other day. I didn't show you this. So a Hermes scarf, authentic. This sold pretty quick. I was asking $350 best offer, had an offer of $275, sold. I'm taking it. It's been sitting in a box. I just randomly found it in one of my boxes, took it home, listed it. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So like I have boxes and boxes full of this stuff, money in the bank. Feeling really good about this. Like I love this system, even though it's going to be a little bit annoying bringing stuff home, bringing it back to the storage, but no excuses. You got to work with what you have. And for now, this is going to be the way I'm going to do it. And the results are already coming in, right? So like little small sales, listed a bunch of stuff, you know, so everything I'm going to try to do this daily. So right now I'm going to bring that bin to my storage. I'm going to load another bin full of random stuff and list it tonight and do the whole process all over again. So should be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch, right? And fun for you to learn, like kind of a system that really works, you know, because again, if you list, you sell.